What is up? Thanks for tuning in. Dynasty Life Fantasy Football. Here with your boys, Stevie B and Bagala. What up?
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Shit. So we're going over. We're going to go over the games for this week, and we'll also be taking all kind of Q&A questions, trades, who to play. We got you. Thanks for tuning in. Right,
Like always, baby.
first game, bro. My Vikings against the Dolphins. Who you got?
It depends. Two are playing. Two is not playing.
No, no, no.
They're
Who's
going.
not playing? Who's not playing, bro?
No, they got
You're going with Skylar
Skylar
Thompson, I think.
Skylar Thompson again. Yeah, I gotta go with the Vikings. Two is still out. Excuse me. They're gonna have Hill. They're gonna have Waddle, but they're playing what sixth, seventh round quarterback. He does get the week to fully prepare, and he's not thrown in, but it's still a rookie seventh round pick playing quarterback, and the Vikings are pretty good. Um, and after the lashing that the Jets put on the Dolphins last week, their defense is kind of reeling right now. Their offense is probably going to struggle with the quarterback. I'm taking the Vikings all the way. I don't like
Yeah,
to say it to give you your little. They are 4-1 though. They're leading the pack in the NFC North. The
not bad.
Packers are kind of uh, trying to find their way there after the loss to my Giants, like I predicted. Thank you very much. Deepest condolences, Polish, but yeah, I'll take the Vikings. Taking the Vikings all the way in this one.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I gotta go with the Vikings. But yeah, especially against the Dolphins. I mean, no Tua, no Teddy most likely either. So Skylar Thompson will be in there. We don't know about Cheetah yet. I don't think either. I think he's gonna.
I think they're both expected to play.
Let's see if I can find
Him and Waddle.
Cheetah. Yeah, it says he's good to go.
Yeah,
Says
but
he's
even
good to go. No
still,
injury destinations. So no injury destinations. What's up, fellas? What's up, Patrick? Thanks for tuning in, brother, as
Patty
usual.
Patty.
We appreciate you. We're both going with the Vikings over the Dolphins. My Vikings, my first place Vikings, NFC North champs this year. Uh,
Hey, don't get ahead of yourself. Polish wouldn't like to hear that.
well, I mean, we look better than the pack, so
And you beat him
all
already.
and we beat them already. That's all I've got to say. But yeah, all right. Niners at Falcons.
I'm taking the Niners here. Who wants some of Debo?
Yeah,
Yeah, the Falcons are they're a bad team. They can score a little bit, but they're going to be outmatched. I think Debo and company. Niners are going to get the run game going early. Jeff Wilson, Tevin Coleman came out of nowhere last week. They started handing him the ball
yeah. I don't
down
know
at
what
the
that was about.
down at the goal line, but that's typical Kyle Shanahan. He picks guys off the street and he just says and he turns them into 100-yard running back any given game. So yeah, but I'm gonna go with the 49ers. I think the Falcons are a little bit overmatched here.
Yeah, I got to go with the 49ers as well. Um, but yeah, the Falcons. I mean, Algier is getting carries, but he's not like doing anything with them. And then they're giving it to everybody else at the goal line. So he worries me like a little bit. Like I have him, I can't. I don't have the balls to play him. Like he's gonna get
It's
me like
just
4 or 5 points, just yardage. It's like
yeah,
there's no
yeah,
up.
but it's that's
Yeah,
the thing with bad teams. You know what I'm saying? They have rookies, they have certain people, but bad teams or rebuilding teams are just looking for players. So even during the season, they're giving everybody a look. So Algier should be getting most of the work, but then they're working in Huntley, and then they're working in
maybe.
Avery Williams, and it's a mess. And I think Algier could be a good running back given the full opportunity, but he's just not going to get that right now.
No, no, he's not. Yee, what up, Yee? 3 weeks in a row, one of Wilson's first three carries a monster, then he don't do shit for the rest of the game. Yeah, I mean, but that's all you need, right? I mean, it evens it out. You're still getting the points, you're getting the touchdowns.
He's
So,
getting a touchdown, Patrick. That's all that matters. He
so
did. That's
yeah,
what fantasy's about. He's scoring. He's getting the touchdowns. And one carry, he breaks it for 40 yards, 50 yards. He's halfway to 100. You know what I'm saying? So and that bonus. So it really doesn't matter as long as he's getting that touchdown and he's getting you 60, 70 yards. We're
mm,
not expecting Jeff Wilson to be the second coming of Emmett Smith, you know?
yeah. I mean, realistically, I mean, just the way RBs are, I mean, you get a bunch of, 2-3-1, 2-3-1, 20-30. You get those big carries that kind of just make your average go up. So,
And
uh,
the 49ers, Kyle Shanahan loves to run it. They got Jimmy G under center still because of the injury to Trey Lance. So the running game is going to be important to that team. And Jeff Wilson's going to see about 15 to 17 carries.
yeah. Well, even going back to like my boy Adrian Peterson, I mean, he was big getting stuffed at the line and then busting out 20-30 yarders every few of them.
But
So
that's also Derrick Henry. You soften him up for 3 quarters, and then what happens? Henry breaks an 80 yarder in the fourth quarter.
they don't want to tackle him. But
It only takes one big run.
Stevenson over to Olave. Kirk Stevenson, bro. Stevenson,
Stevenson, definitely
he's the man.
Stevenson.
There's no Harris. Mostert's been good.
Olave's been good.
And Olave's been good as well.
Kirk has been really good too. I know he had two bad games. And they're playing Indianapolis where he had two touchdowns last time. But I just think Stevenson's going to get so much work.
Yeah, he's the guaranteed one out of them because Olave, I mean, depending on who the QB is or whatever, I mean, he could be locked up or have a bad game if he's the only guy there. Kirk
He
is
is going to be
basically
the
like
only guy.
Kirk is like hit or miss nowadays. Mostert, I mean, you don't know what's going to happen. They got like 97 running backs, as I always say.
And he's
Uh,
already questionable with a knee, so they're
and
they're
Steven,
watching him.
and Stevenson, once Harris went out, Stevenson was the fucking just workhorse. Like he didn't even come off the field. So yeah, I'm definitely going with Stevenson. He's gonna be the safest and he probably has, some of the highest upside there as well.
Yeah, I'm with you. Just definitely the safest.
Yeah, Mostert is banged up. Yeah, well, I'm not going with Mostert in this situation anyway. So,
No,
but no, Patrick, you still got Chase Edmonds, or you wound up dropping him?
don't drop him just yet.
But yeah, so I was going with the Niners too there. Nuggets need to pick it up. Hopefully they do. They got to figure out that QB situation sooner or later. They just got to throw Ritter in there and just see what they got. But
I think so. I think so. I think they are gonna. I think they're waiting for after the buy or closer to the buy, and then they're probably gonna get Ritter in there at some point.
yeah, they got to at least try. All right, Patriots at Browns.
This is a tough game to pick. Um, Bailey Zappi, he won his last start. He played damn good against the Packers. Um, Cleveland's coming off a tough loss. I like the Patriots in this one. I like their defense. Both teams have a good defense. Clowney's not going to play though, but they do have Garrett back. But I don't know. Just seems the Patriots are always well prepared, and even with a fourth round rookie quarterback, Bailey Zappi, they were still able to beat the Lions. And what was even more impressive, I know the Lions had some injuries, but the Lions didn't score any points. You know what I'm saying? So, and if they can do that to the Lions, who kind of have a high powered offense, um, you know, Cleveland doesn't have that offense. And I think the Patriots will be well prepared. Bill Belichick team. I'm taking the Patriots in this one. It's a close one, but I'm going to take the Patriots.
Yeah, I was gonna go with the Patriots too, because yeah, they always wound up playing good D. They know how to stop the other team's best player. That's like what Bill Belichick does. So, and then being that they have Zappy, he's just gonna take a sweet time, drive down the field, pound the rock with Stevenson, have these little short, high percentage plays. And yes, I know Cleveland's at home, Patrick. I know we're going against your Browns here, but yeah, I think it's just one of those things where, just the rookie QB coming in where just I don't know, Belichick, like you said, he just is always prepared. Always prepared. So I don't know. Browns may be a little bit down as well after hearing another case for Deshaun Watson come out. So
Don't get me started with that. It means nothing now. I don't think it's going to change the suspension. The suspension's already been there. It's already in. There's nothing different about it. There's nothing worse about it. It's worse as it is, but it's not anything different than what was going on. And it's one more. If more ends up coming out after this, I think then you start to get worried for Cleveland fans and things like that. But I don't think that means anything right now. And Jacoby Brissett got the ball, and it's his team right now up until week 13. So they're gonna have to, I don't think they're thinking about that right now. They're thinking about the Patriots, and I think they're gonna have tough sledding. Bill Belichick's definitely gonna make Brissett throw the ball. He's not gonna let Nick Chubb beat him. So Nick Chubb is gonna see 8, 9 man fronts, and Bill Belichick and the Browns are going to be forced to throw the ball. I think that's how the game is going to go, and maybe Brissett throws a few intos.
yeah. Stevenson ripped up the Browns. Yeah, Stevenson ripped my Browns last year. Had 36-point game. Yeah, and he's coming for more. So
Yeah, yeah.
still got Edmonds. Okay, okay. I snagged Henderson once Akers news came, so that helps. I have four serviceable RBs now. What else do we know about Akers? We don't know anything. All I know is that it's concerning that it's a non like injury.
It's
Um,
a personal issue, they were
uh,
saying.
yeah, a personal issue. I mean, they've already, not played him the first game of the season. They had that whole thing, and now like this is coming, and he's not gonna play. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of like weird,
Yeah,
Like
it is a little weird, but I think the first game of the season, I don't know if that it's the same as now. The first game of the season was just a rift with them.
you don't think
Maybe
it's
this.
related?
No, I think maybe this is kind of like a family issue or something like that, and
No,
maybe, maybe.
not not if they're saying they're not gonna play him. Otherwise, they'd be like, oh, we let him go for, he left for a family thing, just like fucking Tom Brady went, or anyone else who had to go for a family kind of thing. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
but
don't
it's the
know.
middle of the season.
Something's
I'm
going
not
on.
sure.
And you know what sucks is I literally just dropped Henderson because this was a few days ago where I didn't know this fucking news was coming out. Um, which kind of sucks. I mean, I got running backs in that league, so it doesn't matter. But
And you're 0-5 in that league, so
yeah, that team that's why I had to retool, make some trades. So
yeah.
I'm going Cleveland at home. Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at it. I don't know. Something is, how Bill Belichick be doing. We have
Yeah.
lost 3 games by a combined amount of 6 points. I think listen, that reminds me of my Vikings last year. So whole thing was orchestrated by Houston because they were pissed that Watson sat out.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Patrick. Somebody said it. I didn't want to take it, but thank you, Patrick. I'm not the only one that feels this way. I'm telling you.
New accusations from the same time period. I think it was 2020. I think
It
while this
was
shit was going
2020.
on.
So my
So
thing is that all of this is going on, and you know, uh, all 24 women have the same lawyer. Why is this one have a different lawyer? Why? Because maybe that lawyer didn't want to take her case. Because maybe if he takes her case, it's damaging to the other ones. Maybe
maybe
there's
I
something
mean,
fishy.
who knows at this point? We can do is just sit back and fucking just
It,
wait.
it
Akers
kind
may
of
come out
does.
here, Calvin Ridley.
It
Um,
kind of does, but let's just hope
let's
Akers is
just wait.
not
Yeah, we
betting
don't
on
really
games.
know. We don't know the information. They're very vague on what they're saying. It is so we're all just kind of skeptical
Speculating.
and speculating and making opinions on it. But uh, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. He hasn't even been good, so it's like I don't know. Henderson was good without Akers last year. Just saying. So I kind of do like it. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Throw those questions in there. He stepped away from the team. Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens there. Isaac, thanks for tuning in, man. Like and subscribe if you haven't there for us. But pick two in a 32-man league. Ooh, okay.
Oh,
Jalen Rager, Tommy Tremble, Rashard Wild Goose Jr., or Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson. What do you mean? Like you can to pick up maybe? Is that what you're asking? Or you? I mean, obviously you can't play Deshaun Watson.
yeah, you can't play Deshaun. He's not. He's gonna give you a bagel. But if you have to play somebody, out of these, I'll
Jalen
go.
Rager
I'll
just scored
go.
a Jalen Rager just scored a touchdown too.
That's what I'm saying. And if that league, scores points for return yardage, Jalen Rager does, return punts and things like that. And he had a couple of catches, but that's pretty deep, Isaac. I'm gonna go Jalen Rager, and um, it's
I'm
definitely
going.
Jalen Rager,
Yeah, I'm
and
going
I'll go
Jalen Rager
Trumbull.
too. That's
I'll
what I'm
go
doing.
Trumbull.
Going Tremble too. I mean, Wild Goose. Yeah, this must be picking up somebody. I guess. I mean, in your IDP, I'm guessing for Wild Goose. I mean, what are you getting point? I mean, I don't know what you're getting points for, but so yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah, Rager and Tremble are definitely two guys I would want to pick up. I mean, who's your QB if it's a 32-man league? I mean, if you don't have a great QB, shit, yeah, pick up Deshaun Watson. Um, throw a little bit of
Yeah,
context in there for me, Isaac, because definitely you're gonna need Watson if you don't have a top, if you don't have like a top five QB, it's probably worth it to pick up Deshaun Watson just for the playoffs. I mean, you never know.
yeah. It would be. It's still a gamble though. You don't know what he's going to look like, and then you're only going to get one game in the fantasy regular season with Watson. Maybe two, 13 week 13, 14, depending on how your playoffs are laid out.
Yeah,
So Watson is worth taking a fly on, like Steve said, if you don't have one of those
starting
top.
QB, Blaine Gabbert. How is that? How is
There's
that
no way.
possible, brother? 32-man league, unless you're allowed to take more than one QB, and people picked up QBs, and now you just didn't get a chance to get any.
There's no
I
way.
mean, in that case, yeah, you have to pick up Deshaun Watson because
You
you have
you
a.
got to take Deshaun Watson because you're taking Blaine Gabbert is retired, isn't he?
I don't
No,
even
it's that Blake Bortles. It's Blake Bortles. Blaine
Bortles,
Gabbert's
Bortles just retired. I don't even know
yeah.
what team Blaine Gabbert is on, to be honest.
I think he might be. Is he the backup?
On
And
Tampa. He's on Tampa.
yeah,
Oh
I was just about to say he was the backup in Tampa.
yeah, he ain't never playing my boy. Um,
No, I don't know what you did there. You screwed the pooch big time, Isaac. Go get
nah, but
Deshaun
yeah, so
Watson.
that means listen, it's a really deep league.
Super deep league.
So you're definitely you got Cup and Marco Bellinelli.
All right, now he's trolling. We
All
knew it.
right, Isaac. Um, but anyway, all right. So Jets at Packers was that next game there.
Hmm. I'm gonna take the pack to get back on their winning ways here. Um, I think Aaron Rodgers figures it out. They're definitely not the Dolphins. They have a better defense. Um, I think Aaron Jones and I think Dylan. I have a feeling Dylan's in for a big day. He might have a touchdown or two. Give me the
Oh,
pack.
you think
Yeah,
Dylan's
give. I think Dylan's gonna break out. Give me the pack. That pissed me off a little bit with fucking Isaac.
uh,
Block him, Steve. Block him.
I don't even know how. Yeah,
Screen him out.
I don't know about Bellinelli. If you got Cup, then you're good. All right. So you got the Packers. Um, you know what? I'm just gonna go say fuck it and fuck the Packers. I'm a Vikings fan, and let the New York teams do it. Let the
Oh.
New York teams do it 2 weeks in a row, and let them fucking pounce on the Pack. So
Love it.
So let's go
That's
Jets here.
that's a bold statement right
Let's go
there.
Jets here.
Um,
Uh, so
our
yeah,
cohort
we're
is
gonna go
not going to
Jets.
be happy about that.
What?
I said yeah, Polish is not going to be happy about that when he gets back. But
I think Brees is gonna do his thing a little bit, and that's all they kind of really need. I mean, the Pack just haven't looked good. So yeah, the Jaguars at Colts.
ooh, you know what? The Jaguars dismantled them the last time they played a couple of weeks ago, and I'm not sure if Jonathan Taylor is going to play in this one. And even when he did the last time they played, Jaguars kind of were able to wrangle him in. But it is a division matchup. You know what? Give me the Jaguars to get back on. They've had a couple of hard losses here. Trevor Lawrence has reverted back to his old ways in his rookie year, turning the ball over.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I'll take the Jaguars. I think it'll be closer than it was last time, and I'm not really confident in this pick because it's a division matchup. They could go either way, but I'll
okay.
take the Jaguars again.
Well, yeah, I'm taking the Jaguars. I mean, the Colts just look like shit, and Matt Ryan looks like he sucks. Uh, Pittman hasn't done.
Yeah, but Jonathan Taylor wasn't in on that Thursday night game, so you got to give them a little bit of, and they still were able to end up and pull out the win. So,
I'm going with the Jags because ETN's about to go off.
oh, here we go. Now I got to hear about
I'm
ETN.
telling you, ETN is coming, and he's gonna take over by the end of the season. Don't you worry. And then you can really call me the Swami. Uh,
Let's go. Now you're tooting your horn because ETN had a good game, not even a so-so game.
no, I told you he's coming. All right, we got the Bengals. Well, all right. Before we get to that, are you worried about Michael Pittman?
Uh, I think as long as Jonathan Taylor is healthy and in that backfield, Michael Pittman will be okay. But if they don't have Jonathan Taylor, you saw how hard it was for them to move the ball. So I think Taylor's going to come back. He'll be okay. So no, I'm not worried about Michael Pittman. But if Taylor goes down, I would think about if Taylor goes down for a extended stretch, I would think about trading Michael Pittman. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna let one game because he even had how many receptions he had last game? 5 or 6. He had a
uh,
decent game.
no, I don't even think he had a decent game, did he?
Yeah, I
I don't
think
think
so.
so. Nah,
No?
he had another. Yeah, I guess you could say 10.9 points, and had
Yeah.
50 yards. He had 5 for 59.
5 for 59.
Five for
They didn't score a touchdown, but that's because they were missing their workhorse. You understand?
For whoever's out there watching, let us know what you think about Michael Pittman if you're worried or not. Also, let me know what you think about ETN. Are y'all with me on this? Is ETN taking over, or are we hating like Bagala and on J Rob?
I'm not hating. I'm just saying he had a decent game. Temper expectations on ETN.
I'm just saying that slowly he's gonna start to take over. You're gonna see. I told you before the season. Um,
Maybe.
yeah. All right. What about Kirk though? He's had a few duds, hasn't he?
Yes, he's had a few bad games. I don't know what happened to the Jaguars in whole last week against Houston, but they never play Houston good. And the week before, I'm gonna chalk the week before up to the Eagles are just that good. They have a really good defense, and he caught 2 bombs, but he had 2 duds. I'm not worried about Kirk at all. I think the Jaguars offense is good enough, and he's still getting the targets. The only thing that was different last week was he got 3 targets.
Yeah.
I
What
don't
was
know
that about?
what.
Marvin Jones coming out here now?
I have no clue. I have
I don't
no
know. I'm
clue.
worried. I'm worried. I never trusted Kirk. You know, I never liked Kirk. You know, I hate Kirk.
I'm not worried at all. He's clearly their best wide
And
receiver.
I thought he was starting to prove me wrong in the first few games of the season, but now it's just coming back to life. But
Well, you'll see this week.
we'll see. I mean, he did have 9 targets still against Philly, but yeah, the 3 targets
Exactly.
last game was worrying, especially against Houston. Like,
But that's what I'm saying. Jacksonville, for whatever reason, never plays Houston good. Never.
yeah, so
So that was a little
uh,
weird.
Yee ETM breakout game in next five weeks. Let's go. Yee knows it. He knows the deal. Let's go. Yee. That's what I'm talking about. ETN. All right. So yeah, I mean, I am a little concerned about Kirk, especially with Marvin Jones taking a fucking ton of targets. Let me see Marvin Jones real quick, and see if this is something that has been building up over the last couple weeks, or was this just one fucking
It's one game. It's one
let's
game.
only one target against Philly. Was he hurt? I don't know what happened there, but no. Six targets, 5 targets, 7 targets. This last game, 11. I don't know. Maybe he's starting to hone in on him. Maybe you don't need Kirk.
No, I think it was more or less that they thought they wanted to try and spread the ball around, but it didn't work out. Or
Okay.
it
So
could
the
have
what?
been that, Houston's game plan was really good to try and take Kirk away.
All right. So
You
what
know,
about this? What about this? This game, after this game is complete, Kirk has like 2 catches on 3 targets for like 20 yards. What do you feel now if he does it again, yet another game?
if he has 2 games where he sees under
If
five,
this game
six
right now,
targets,
if he has it the game this weekend, if again he has like less than like 4 targets,
I may start to get worried, but I don't think that'll be the
and
case. I
and
think
Marvin
he'll.
like if Marvin Jones gets another 10, 11 targets, like I don't know,
I
then I'm
think
worried.
Marvin Jones is gonna get
Still
one.
worried.
Maybe, but I don't. I still think in this offense, Kirk is the wide receiver you want, and he'll get his targets. He'll get his yards. He has a good rapport with Trevor Lawrence. He's the guy as far as the wide receivers go. I'm not worried about Kirk at all. I have him in 2 leagues, so
All right, I'll ask you again next week.
ask
Uh,
me again next week when he
Bang,
scores 2 touchdowns.
yeah, I don't know about that. Bengals at Saints.
Ooh,
Bengals at
and the beige water pistol, Andy Dalton going back to Cincy.
James Winston is out again.
They said he's
Questionable,
going to.
limited at practice.
They said he's going to be active.
Oh yeah,
He'll
no.
be he'll be the backup.
Andy
But
Dalton
the
will start. Okay, we'll start implying
yes,
that Wilson will likely be inactive if he does suit up. Okay. So it is
yes,
going to be Andy Dalton again. How are we feeling about Olave? Is Olave okay now? He should be.
he should. They it seems like he's going to play. They're going to wait probably until
We
you
practiced in
know.
full on Friday.
Yeah, yeah. But still, concussions are weird. So if you do have
It
Olave.
doesn't say that he's still under the concussion protocol though. It says
But
concussion.
even still, anything can pop up when you're
Yeah,
dealing with
you
those.
got to keep watching until right up until
Game
game
time.
does. That's going to be close. But yeah, he's producing in every
He's
single
really good. Olave is really, really good. Um, but I'm gonna take the Bengals to
yeah,
get back on track
yeah,
here.
yes. Ye trade Michael Thomas for DK. Yeah,
Yes, yes,
right.
absolutely. Yeah.
Do it right now
You
while you're
don't know if
listening.
Michael Thomas is even gonna come back. Jesus Christ.
Do it
But
now. Take us after the season. Um,
absolutely.
but yeah, but yeah, a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, I'm taking the Bengals. I think the Bengals get back on track here. Um, but I'm a little worried about T. Higgins.
We heard that
Um,
hurt his ankle.
yeah, and then he suited up. He was supposed to play. I think he went out there for 2 plays last week, and that was it.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure on T. Higgins, but I don't know. I think Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase get on track, and they get something done. Even though Saints defense is the real deal. They're legit. The Bengals are gonna have to protect Joe Burrow, something they've been having trouble with all season. But I like the Bengals in this one.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bengals too. I don't love the beige water pistol. No, no. You know what? Maybe I will go with. All right, can I? I'll go with the Saints if Olave plays. I'm gonna go with the Saints if Olave plays. If
Oh, come on with you're hedging your bets now.
Well, no, that's fair. That's fair to say. That's fair
Hedging
to
your
say. That's fair to say.
pick your teams. Pick who you think are gonna win. Don't hedge your
Fair to
bets.
say. All right,
Don't.
we're gonna go. We're gonna just assume that he's gonna play. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Saints. They're playing at home. Um, Kamara looked pretty good again.
Oh yeah, Alvin's coming.
And with
Alvin's on the way.
Bengals have been not so great. So,
They've been up and down, really.
but yeah, yeah, we got that one. Andrews or Gronk or Baby Gronk? No, Baby Gronk's hurt. I think.
Yeah, Baby Gronk's is out.
Yeah, Baby
Ye
Gronk's out.
listen. It's
No, he,
Friday.
he's our
It's
dog. He's our dog.
it's Friday. All
I
right.
don't.
I don't want to deal with the trolling shit.
I don't know what Isaac's problem was, but
Isaac's a dick. But all right.
all right. So yeah, so I'm going with the Saints. You got the Bengals. What
And
about
it
Taysom
clearly
Hill?
is.
What about Taysom Hill's bullshit cheat code at tight end position? Guy has like one catch on the season.
Listen, if you're streaming tight ends, I wouldn't have a problem streaming Taysom Hill probably every week if you don't have one of the top tight ends, or at least a better somebody that's involved in the offense, like Gerald Everett or a Hayden Hurst, somebody like that. If I don't got somebody like that, I play Taysom Hill every week, man. You don't. He's gonna rush it. He's gonna catch it. He might throw it. Like the guy scores touchdowns. Am I wrong? So if I got Taysom Hill, I'm fine. I wouldn't mind starting him at tight end or even a flex play.
Just oh man, it's just bullshit. Like, luckily, I didn't have to go against somebody as Taysom, but as a Camaro owner, I passionately hate Taysom. That's true too because he be taking
Yes,
like
I feel you, Yee. I feel you
he be taking
because
away. Who's Big Gronk? Maybe we're missing something. Maybe you're referring to somebody else. Obviously, you're not talking about the
you're
real
not
Gronk.
talking about the real Gronk. He didn't come back.
But yeah, yeah, that's gotta be annoying.
That's mad annoying because he just down at the goal line. You never know when he's gonna come in and vulture.
Yeah, definitely, I feel that. But all right, we got Ravens at your Giants. Are you gonna like? I guess I always pick the Vikings every game too, so I guess you're definitely picking the Giants. Um,
I wouldn't say I'm definitely picking the Giants, but I have to say there are things that make me think the Giants actually can win this game. One, it's at MetLife. Two, Wink Martindale is our defensive coordinator. Before he was with us, he was down in Baltimore. He got to practice against Lamar. He knows Lamar. He knows that Ravens offense inside out. What Wink does good, he sends the blitz. He heats it up, baby. What does Lamar struggle with? Lamar struggles with the blitz. So if we're able to keep Lamar contained and not let him get outside the pocket and start running, easier said than done. I know, but on the defensive side, if we can do that, we have a very, very good chance because Baltimore's D is not what a Baltimore defense usually is. They can be beat on the back end. I know we don't have any wide receivers, but Darius Slayton came in, stepped in, had a big game. You know what I'm saying? Saquon,
A big
very,
game.
very
He had
good.
a good game. I wouldn't say
He had
big.
a good game, but big game for him. Saquon, you know what Saquon's
Saquon.
gonna do? You know, another week for Danny Dimes. Excuse
Who's
me,
Danny
Danny
Dimes
Dimes.
thrown to though, other than uh
Doesn't matter because he's running. Danny
that's
Dimes is running all over the place. You know what I'm saying? You know, call him Danny Lamar, whatever you want to call him, just call him it. He's playing good football right now. I think the Giants have a really good shot. Now, would I don't know if the I'm gonna pick them because I love them and I think they have a shot. Now, if I didn't think they had a shot, I wouldn't be picking them. But
mm,
I think they have a shot because that Ravens defense is so bad. I think Saquon has a big game, and watch out for Daniel Bellinger, Giants tight end. Had a rushing touchdown last week on double reverse. He can play. I think he gets in the end zone this week. I like the Giants.
yeah, I'm going with the Ravens. I'm not going against Lamar and Andrews. Not against the Giants. So yeah.
We're 4-1, baby.
I'm going with the Ravens. You're about to be 4-2, just like the Ravens. But yeah, I,
No,
I think the Ravens come away with this one. Patrick says, "Are we calling T Law a bust yet?" No, I'm not calling him a bust yet. It's
no,
still, it's still real early, and it's hard to hold last year against him. So, and we saw this
yeah,
year, the first few weeks of the season, he was really good. He just had a shitty last 2 weeks, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah. He
But
ran into the buzzsaw that was the Eagles, Patrick, and like,
he's
like,
gonna have some
like I
problems.
said, like Steve said, you cannot hold last year against him. This should be his first year of where you're really judging T Law. Last year was so bad because of Urban Meyer and all of his bullcrap. So yeah, no, not yet, not yet.
No, I mean he could throw. The guy he could play. So I mean we know he could play. Jones is vanilla
There we go, Yee Vanilla Vic. I like it.
He
I
is
like
nothing
it.
close to Vic. He's more of
Vanilla Vic, baby. There we
I don't even
go.
know what is he. What does this guy think he is? Jones, Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones, Vanilla Vic. There we go. I like it. I'm using it. It's in the group chat.
No, he's not. Not vanilla Vic. There's going to be someone. Vic obviously was a little bit smaller guy and obviously way more shifty. But there's got to be somebody else that he was like that you can kind of. No, there's really not.
No, there's not. I mean, the closest, and I'm not saying he is,
No, like we
but
said last week, he's a fucking.
the value brand, Josh Allen. Yes, yes, he's a poor man's Josh Allen, and you know what? I'll take it. If Daniel Jones is gonna give me 50% Josh Allen, I'm gonna take it.
Hmm. Screw that, I'm a Browns fan. We ain't allowed to throw away disaster seasons. Neither is Tila. Yeah, but Tilos was a little bit different. I mean, fucking coach was kicking motherfuckers and shit.
He's kicking the kicker. He's having randoms rub up on him and his at his bar
He just
while
can't
he's
control. He just
married.
couldn't. He just wasn't good for like men. He couldn't control like grown men and trying to get them to come together with him on the same page. Like he's used to just fucking
everything
taking
he
the
did,
ownership.
everything he did was it just to me it was like I'm here to get paid. I'm just here so I don't get fined. You know what I'm saying? He was just there for a check. I don't think he ever took it seriously.
Yeah. All right, Bucks at Steelers. Bucks at Steelers. I'm definitely going with the Bucks here. I can't go with the Steelers. They just
Yeah, the Steelers. I feel bad for Kenny Pickett. They had to play the Bills last week. They got the Bucks this week. The Bucks big. Kenny Pickett, stay in the pocket. Uh, keep your eyes up. Watch around you because those linebackers are coming.
yeah. Um, yeah, I'm definitely going with Tom Brady here. Godwin and Evans should be good to go. So he's got his boys there.
Yep. Grim
Lenny
Reaper is back.
Lenny and White in the backfield. Lenny had a good. last game, but the game before that, I don't know, was like worrying. I don't know if he got hurt or something, but I don't know
I
if he
think they were just trying to. I think they were trying to work White. They really want like Ricard White. They want to get him a little bit more
Tom
action.
Brady. Tom Brady wants
Um,
some.
yeah, I don't know. If you have Leonard Fournette, Steve, are you thinking about selling
Yeah,
high right now?
absolutely. I was never a fan of Lenny Fournette. I didn't draft him in any leagues, and I told people to stay away from him just because of where he was drafted. He was just drafted too high for my liking. But yeah, when he gets the workload, he just can't stay healthy, and he hasn't stayed healthy. He's getting older. And we saw, how he got hurt last year too. But But yeah, and then he finished real strong last year. But yeah, I just don't know how much more he's gonna be able he's gonna be able to take. And then again, there's the whole pass catching thing with White where they really, really like him, and it might take a little bit for them to really kind of get him going. But as this going down the season, like Tom Brady's gonna get what Tom Brady wants. And if he wants White on the field to catch those passes instead of Lenny, and they want to keep Lenny fresh, that way too. Lenny can still do very well, but what gives him that top like five upside is the pass catching ability, being able to get all those targets. So if he's not getting that eventually, but yeah, it's definitely a good time if you want to get off of him to try and go and get something else. It's definitely time to do that now before it's too late. But yeah, definitely. And then on the Steelers side, I mean, Pickens has been good with Pickett so far. Nothing crazy, but he looks good. Deontay Johnson, of course, still getting peppered with targets, but just can
It, it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a struggle for the Steelers and all of the Steelers players for the rest of the year. Maybe they hit a point of the year where their O line turns it around, but I say it all the time. I said it last week, said it the week before. They can't block, and if you can't block, you can't do anything in the NFL, and that's where they are right now. So and what Kenny Pickett threw the ball how many times last week? 50 times, something like that. You don't want a young quarterback doing that.
and then even still, Najee doesn't even look good either. So
And Najee doesn't look good, and I'm not gonna lay this at Najee's feet. If you watch the games, he's getting hit
yeah, he doesn't
two
have yeah,
yards in the backfield
no,
before the ball's in his belly. He has to shed somebody. So and it's hard because in redraft whatever you don't want to trade him because it's kind of like, and then you don't want to sit him down. Because it's kind of like, it's Najee Harris. He could break out, but I don't know. That's why I kind of stayed away from Najee all over this year because that I just felt the Steelers were going to be bad.
yeah. Robbie, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. I think you're one of our guys already. Traded Amari, Algier, and Mixon for JT and Dylan. Good or bad trade? Amari, Algier, and Mixon. Algier doesn't really count for me because when Cordell comes back, he's gone anyway. So he's kind of irrelevant. So really, for me, I'm looking at Amari and Mixon for JT and Dylan.
You
I don't think I like it.
what he just got Jonathan Taylor
Well, yeah, he did get Jonathan Taylor. That's right.
for
I
for
mean,
for
but still,
nothing.
Amari Cooper, I'm guessing. Amari Cooper and Mixon. So you do get JT, but then Dylan is not really producing anything. Give me a little more context, Ravi. What does your team look like? Do you like need RBs and shit? Or was
Ravi, it doesn't.
Amari was important to you? If not, I mean it just depends where you drafted or where Amari is. Amari wide receiver 1, 2, flex, 3. It depends where you
It
use him.
doesn't.
But
Yeah, but for me, it doesn't matter. You got Jonathan Taylor, and you were able to get Dylan too.
yeah,
Dylan, say what
you
you
got
want,
Keenan.
he
Keenan.
hasn't been good, but he's an RB2, and he's gonna get the carries. The 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 Packers want to use both of those running backs, and you got Jonathan Taylor. He's probably he might not
Yeah,
be the
Dylan,
overall number one running back this year, but he's by far better than Algier and Mixon. And when he comes back healthy, he's gonna roll. You might even see it this week. That's a great trade for you, Ravi. For
Yeah,
me, stamp the
Mixon, Mostert,
approval.
Connor,
Bang. You were
DK. Yeah, he's got a bunch of RBs.
Yeah, but now you solidify that RB1 spot with Jonathan Taylor, and you got Dylan. And Dylan's
Got
gonna get more work than Connor and JK.
got Deontay. I do like
Keenan,
Dylan as a
any
buy low. I do like him as a buy low. So I'm
he
just trying to
bought low on
trying to
both of
process
these.
trying to process the whole thing right now after looking at his other guys that he has on his squad as well. So then you'd have
Hashtag 8 to 10.
no, it's not a hashtag 8 to 10.
Hashtag 8 to 10. Yes, it is. That's hashtag 8 to 10, Ravi. You took him behind the woodshed and you did something bad to him, and
Now
you were
he's
the
gonna
only
have
man to walk
JT
out.
Dillon, JK,
He
Keenan,
has Stephon Diggs on his team,
and Deontay.
and he
What does
got
8 to 10
Diggs.
mean? So Ravi, eight eight to
Ravi,
10, 8 to 10 means you committed a crime with this trade that you basically, what do we call it?
you should
Hashtag
be
framed
doing.
this
You should
person
be. Yes, you should be doing 8 to 10 years in the penitentiary.
because it's a good trade. Because it's a good trade. That's why.
Very good trade for you, Ravi.
But yeah, I guess my concern is I guess just JT. I just don't love JT this year. I don't know why. Something is just really off, and I don't want him. But in this particular case, I mean, you do have other guys, so you could take the chance on JT and Dylan. So
I love it. I love it.
I don't like it actually. I changed my mind, bro. I don't. I'm going with my initial thought. I don't like it for some reason. I guess I worry about Keenan
You
Allen.
got my.
You're gonna have Diggs and Deontay Johnson, and especially when Watson comes back, like Amari's gonna be really good. Mixon's gonna be good regardless. So you don't have to worry like, okay, is JT gonna come back or is he not? Is Dylan gonna start performing or is he not? So that's why I probably wouldn't do it. But it's not a bad trade. Don't get me wrong. I just prefer the other side of it compared to what you have now that I have. You're 1-4. Okay, okay, go ahead, do it. If you're 1-4, do it, bro. If you're 1-4, do it. You got to shake it up. I get it. I get it. I get it.
You got the best asset in this trade,
I get it.
and JT can take you home.
I get it. I get it. I watch the Bengals every week. Don't get me wrong. Mixon gets fine, but he gets yeah. Trust me, I know. I know. I know he gets shitty yards per carry. I know. That he hasn't been great, but he is on a high-powered offense, and when they do get it together, he could do really well. And the fact that he's not doing great right now, but still getting a ton of receptions and still giving you a great floor every week is why he's such a great still guy to have, even though he's not, crazy efficient. So, but yeah, like I said, if you're 1-4, like I get it. If you got to shake shit up, then go ahead and shake shit up. I just made a move as well in one of my leagues where I just had to shake shit up. So I get it, bro.
And he didn't get Jonathan Taylor. So good going, Robbie.
Yeah, yeah. You got JT. So yeah. He didn't do it yet. He says, Rush. Oh, I made trade. Hold on. He's got another question there. I'll get to that in a second. Yee was offered Higgins for Sutton. Do I consider? It depends how trustworthy you are in Higgins to stay healthy. I mean, Sutton's going to be healthy, and he's been playing good in an offense that hasn't been playing great. And then, of course, you got Higgins on the other hand in a nice high-powered offense. But the other part is, can he stay healthy? I would, of course, rather have Higgins. It just depends how much you really trust in it. So I'm gonna say yes. I'll take Higgins over Sutton, even though Higgins got a messed up ankle right now. I'll still do it.
I mean, if you want to take the chance, I think the Broncos offense is going to get a lot better. Um, but Higgins is a better player, on a better offense. But the thing is it like Steve said, Blanco said it. Is he going to stay healthy? And he's missed some games this year, and now he's dealing with this ankle injury. So if you want to take the risk, Yeah, I would say do it. But
We're going for the win, baby. Fuck it. We're
he
going all out. We're trying to win the league. Go get your boy. Go get your boy. Super CMB challengers. What's up, Super? Would y'all start Mostert or Ken Walker? PPR. Ken Walker.
Walker
Yeah,
all the
Ken
way.
Walker. Even though, yeah, DJ Dallas is going to be getting in there a little bit. Ken Walker's a guy that they will throw the ball to, as you know, you've heard coach say he can be a three down kind of guy. So especially if he gets hot, like if he gets hot, he's not going to take him out.
He had the big run last week,
He's
so
not going to take him out. He did have the big run. Mostert is kind of hit or miss. You don't know whether he's getting the ball or not. You know, each and every damn week. He has gotten the ball the last 2 weeks, and he's not going to get PPR points. So yeah, I'm taking your boy Kenny.
and yeah, I'm definitely taking Kenny. And if you drafted him or you picked him up off of waivers, this is what you got him for. You know what I'm saying? So don't miss out on a big game because you think Mostert is. I don't know. I wouldn't start Mercer. Definitely Kenny Walker. This is what you
Yeah,
got him for. It's his time.
and I don't think there's any chance in hell that Mostert gets like 20 carries, but I think it's a possibility that Kenny Walker could get 20 carries.
I
Like
think so too.
you know, Russ screws me, so I may trade Taysom and Hawk for Kyler and go dirt. Taysom
No,
five.
Ravi. You. It's not you may. It's you're gonna. You're gonna trade Taysom and Hot for
Yeah,
Kyler and Go Dirt. You're gonna
yeah,
do that, and you're gonna do that like right now, Robbie. Run to the inbox.
yeah, Robbie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're definitely doing that. Taysom is a guy that once Jameis comes back, he might not be as involved, or even if he still is, he has limited kind of touches. He does play near the goal line as well, but Go Dirt is going to give you a good floor as well. So I'm going to stick with Go Dirt because Taysom's not going to be scoring 4 touchdowns all the time. That's for
No,
sure.
he's not. And Hawkinson,
Um,
once they come back off the bye, and St. Brown is back, and Swift is back, Hawkinson's gonna fall back into that third, fourth option in that
yeah,
offense. Sell him high with the 40 points with the good games that he had. Sell Taysom high. Go get Kyler Murray. If
yeah,
Russ is screwing
yeah.
you, go get Kyler Murray.
I definitely go and do that without a doubt. Especially that you got to trade Taysom and Hawk. What is this guy going to play 2 tight ends? I mean, yeah, go
Ravi,
click that shit, smash accept right now, bro. Go do it.
Ravi, I'm about to call the feds on you right now.
Ravi, you're straight doing 8 to 10. You're at what 16 to 20 now. I mean, shit.
Ravi is what we call a repeat offender, and we love it.
Ravi, you're killing it with those trades, man. That's awesome. So
Absolutely.
keep doing your thing there, Ravi. Also pick two for a PPR league: Pittman, Kirk, or Mike Williams. Definitely going Mike Will because what Keenan's not playing, so automatically we got to go Mike Will. Kirk hasn't played great the last 2 games, but I mean neither has Pittman.
Yeah, but Kirk
But I'll let you.
scorched Indy.
Yeah, go ahead. Who you got?
Yeah.
Who you got?
Kirk scorched Indy the first time around. He had, 80 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he's coming off of 2 bad games. I think they try and get him involved a lot more. Really, I feel like Kirk and Pittman's a pick 'em. But
Yeah.
if Jonathan Taylor's playing, I think I don't know. Kirk had 2 touchdowns last time he played Indy. I'm rolling with Kirk and Mike Williams.
Yeah, I'm gonna go opposite. I'm going Mike Williams and Pittman. I think because Pittman is still gonna still seeing the targets at least where Kirk has kind of fallen off. I don't know what's going on if Marvin Williams is cutting into that or what. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Pittman and Mike Williams. I'm not gonna go with Kirk here. So there you got it, Super. Thanks for joining in, man. We appreciate all y'all, everybody in here. We appreciate you. Make sure you guys are subscribed if you haven't already. Throw that like in there as well. And Mike, if Keenan doesn't play at Super. Yeah, yeah, I agree. But Keenan isn't
Yes.
playing. So yeah, we're going Mike. I agree. Outsole Chaotic. What's up, Outsole? Thanks for joining in, man. Like and subscribe. Hey guys, I got a big trade going. Let me know if I should do it. What's the trade, brother? Here we go. Giving Fournette, which we just talked about giving up Fournette, trading Fournette. Fournette, Evans, AJ Brown. Holy shit. This is all in one trade. Fuck. Fournette, Evans, AJ Brown, Ertz, Rashad White, and Dubes, and he's getting Swift, Godwin, Sutton, Adams, and Waller. Just give us a couple seconds to take this all in and make sure I might even have to fucking write this shit down right here. Make sure
I got it outsold, and I wouldn't do it. I
Evans,
wouldn't do it. I'm
AJ.
not. Yeah, Devonte Adams and Godwin and Sutton. It seems if you're getting all three of those wide receivers and Swift, Waller's hurt right now. Um, that sounds
You
good, but
you
I'm
know what?
I'm not. I'm not giving up AJ Brown. AJ Brown, I think, can be a league winner this year. He's getting crazy usage, and I know he had some two subpar games, but he's gonna explode on the scene again. He's gonna have a great season. Mike Evans, he's what do they pay Mike Evans to do? He's gonna catch touchdowns, and honestly, I'm not giving up Dubes this early in the season. Dubes is so right now, but as we know, later on in the season in the NFL, the rookies start to come alive. And Dubes is one catch away from having his breakout game, that touchdown he dropped for the Packers. I forget who the Packers were playing that week. It wasn't the Giants, it was the week before. I think Dubes is going to be a player. And honestly, at this point, I'm taking Ertz over Waller. I
Oh
know
yeah,
it's
I'm definitely taking Ertz
yeah,
over
I
Waller. Hey,
know
also do us another favor. Throw in some of the rest of the guys you got on your team.
I
So
know
make
it's
sure we get
Devonte
make sure we
Adams.
get
I
all the
know it's
content
something.
here. But yeah,
I
I don't know. I don't like Waller. That's the thing that kind of just throws me off about it.
I just think AJ is gonna have a better season than Devonte and Godwin. I know you slide those, and I think Evans is a bet in a better situation than Sutton. And I think I just can't give up those two. And I think Dubes is gonna have a breakout game sooner or later.
Do you have another tight end on your team that you can play? Because I think Waller's out anyway, isn't he? Isn't he hurt right now?
Waller got hurt last week, and he might not play this week. But even still, even with Waller playing, that Raiders offense just doesn't look like I thought it was going to look this year.
He's got a hand.
And Derek Carr is not spreading the ball around. They look bad. And
I could pick up Evan Ingram. Okay. Um,
Devontae might be looking at a suspension also. You got to keep that in mind, also. So you might making this trade, you might lose Devontae for a game. You know, no, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do this. I don't like this trade.
Comes in AJ Brown. Hurts for that. Yeah, I don't think I think might be on the other side of this one. Really might be on the other side of this one.
You're on the other side of it because you see Swift, and your eyes
I
get
do. I
all.
see Swift. I see Godwin. I see Sutton. I see guys that can be top guys. And even not that Evans and AJ Brown can't or Fournette can't, but yeah, nah, I like Swift. You know, Swift is my ride or die this year. He's the league winner. Um,
Mhm.
I think Godwin is going to get better, obviously, as the season goes on. So him and Evans are kind of a trade off for me. AJ Brown and Sutton are kind of a trade off for me. Even though AJ Brown could finish slightly high, but I don't think it's going to be a huge difference.
You don't think it's going to be a huge difference?
Ertz and Waller might be also a little bit trade off, even though Waller is getting hurt. Um, but then you're getting Adams.
Yeah, but he has a Devonte Adams already. It's Black Batman. He has AJ Brown already.
No,
AJ Brown's gonna kill it this year, and
AJ
he's
Brown you can
been.
compare to Sutton. Or I mean, or say
No,
okay, AJ
no.
Brown and Adams, that's fine. Then you've still got Sutton. Then you still got Sutton, and you're only giving up for that. I like it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, bro. I'm going the opposite on this one. I'm going to get Swift. I'm getting Godwin. I'm getting Sutton. Bye bye AJ. Bye bye Evans. Bye bye Fournette. Um, yeah, yeah. I'm doing it. I'm doing it out. So you got my approval. You don't got Bogalas. But we can agree
Nah,
to
I wouldn't
disagree
do
on
this.
that one. But I do like.
Absolutely.
I do like it. I'll take Swift. Swift is one of my guys I've been talking up all leagues. Ravi, I wish my league mates would do trades like that. Yeah, you know, me too. It's kind of it's upsetting that Ravi just gets to take everybody behind the woodshed over here. Who can I trade Brandon Cooks and Devin Singletary for? Jeez, that's just tough.
Packaging.
They both can't do anything. What you got to do is go in your league and look at the teams and find out who's desperately needs a wide receiver or who desperately needs an RB. There's going to be guys out there. Cam Akers just went out. Go find the Cam Akers owner. Javante got hurt. Go find the Javante owner. Cooks
Bye
might be a
weeks
little
just
bit
came
hard.
up.
Cooks might be a little bit hard to get rid of too. So also look at the bye weeks. Who's going to need guys for certain bye weeks and stuff as well. So I don't think there's a certain guy you can say you can trade those guys for because those guys aren't really doing anything anyway. So
Yeah, and maybe you can go 2 for 1 with those guys, but you got to temper your expectations. And
yeah, package them together, and let's think of it. Let's try and think of somebody. Let's try and think of somebody. Devin Singletary and Brandon Cooks. Maybe you trade for somebody that's like hurt. I don't fucking know.
yeah, maybe you do. Maybe you maybe you look at a Traylon Burks. You try and trade for Traylon Burks, who he's hurt right now, has a ton of upside. Um, DeAndre Hopkins is suspended right now. I know people are waiting on him, but if that team has a need at wide receiver right now and running back, maybe they do it because they're getting immediate return on investment. The week to trade Devin Singletary was a couple of weeks ago when he had a ton of targets in the past game.
yeah,
That was the week to trade him, and I think you kind of missed the boat on that one. And if you would have traded Devin Singletary, Cooks with Devin Singletary, I think people would have felt like they were getting a little bit more than they feel right now, given the game Singletary's coming off of right now. But just aim a little bit lower
yeah. I
if
mean,
you're going to trade these
Drake
two guys.
London could be another guy that hasn't done great lately that you might be able to sneak up on.
Drake London,
Um,
exactly.
maybe like I don't know if you can get like an Alan Lazard, maybe Rashad
Mhm.
Bateman. These are guys that could be hurt that maybe their owners can't really wait for them. But you
A
kind of
guy
got to
that
look
I,
and see, who's hurting right now, or
yeah, a guy that I
who
like.
drafted Allen Robinson, right? Who drafted Allen Robinson? Go find that owner because he's getting screwed. You
Yeah,
know, just try and use that Brandon Cooks 1,000 yard season almost every year. Try and use that to your advantage.
yeah. Also, you're gonna to trade these two guys. I think, like Steve said, at Allen Robinson, you're trading these guys for somebody that may have some upside. You're gonna kind of take a risk on this
Yeah,
trade,
of
a
course.
little bit of a risk on this trade. So maybe a Allen Robinson, like Steve said, a Drake London, another rookie wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I really like Garrett Wilson from the Jets.
That
I
him.
think he's gonna have he's gonna be big down the stretch once Zach Wilson still gets his feet under him. So maybe he's the guy that you can go get. Um,
Definitely. He's
yeah, things
outgoing
like that.
has Murray, Taylor, Curtis Samuel, Najee, Pollard, Gallup, and more. Those were some of the other guys that was on that team. So yeah, man, I'm gonna do that trade, bro.
I'm staying pat.
I could pick up Evan Ingram perfect for 1 week until Waller comes back. That's perfect. Marcos, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in, man. We appreciate you. With Fitzpatrick and the Steelers' top three corners out, would you start Brady over Hurts? Thank you.
No,
Yeah, no, I don't think.
I can't justify sitting Jalen Hurts right now.
Yeah, the way
I
Jalen
just
Hurts
can't
is
do it.
playing with the rushing ability that he has, even a bad day is going to be a good day. So,
Yeah, and think about it, Marcos. All of those injuries, top three corners out. this game with the Steelers for the Bucks could be over at halftime, and you're going to see them running the ball a ton. So it can go both ways. So, but I can't sit Jalen Hurts for any reason right now. Also, one thing the Cowboys are going to struggle with, the Cowboys, yes, their defensive line is tremendous, but they played a lot of quarterbacks that stand still in the pocket. And the one quarterback that they did play that didn't stand still was Daniel Jones, and he ran for 80 yards. Jalen Hurts is a little bit better than Daniel Jones, don't you think? So I think Jalen Hurts is going to have a big day. He might have over 100 yards rushing. Play Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, definitely play Jalen Hurts. He gives you the highest floor as well. So, because even if he doesn't throw touchdowns, he's running the ball and he'll probably run one in. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we're both going with Hurts there. Delusional. What's up, Delusional? Thank you everybody for tuning in. Drop your questions in the chat there. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe for us there. But 12 team Superflex, Superflex, love Superflex, PPR. Just
Yeah, we
gave
know.
just gave Dobbins for I like more complicated shit. Just gave Dobbins for Drake London and a 23 second today. Oh, okay, we're talking
Ooh, Dynasty.
nice. We really like this.
Now we're
Oh,
getting
yeah,
into it. Nice, Tanner.
nice. Make sure you subscribe to us there, bro. We love the dynasty stuff.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for.
Dobbins for Drake London and the 23rd and the
And a
you got
23
London
second
for
round pick.
Dobbins and the 23 second. All right. First off, that's definitely 8 to 10, bro.
Yes.
That's an awesome trade. You got Drake London and a pick for a J.K. Dobbins. Perfect, man. That's awesome. That's exactly what you want to do when you want to come off of an RB. Go get a nice young wide receiver for the future, and you even picked up a damn second round pick on top of it. So kudos to you. That's a fucking awesome trade. What do you think, Bagala, about that first trade there?
Yeah, I love that trade. Actually, you sold Dobbins high. I mean, Dobbins could turn into some. Dobbins is still young, also, but getting London, getting a pick on top of it. I love that. I love that for you, delusional. And I think Drake London's going to be a beast for years to come. They just got to figure out that quarterback situation.
Yeah,
But sneaking that second round pick in there, I like it. I
and
like
you
it.
and you and you did it at the perfect fucking time, Tanner.
Had
You're
2 touchdowns.
that's good GM work there, man.
Yes.
Also received Deshaun Watson, Jamal Williams, and Cam Akers. This is awesome that you're receiving Deshaun Watson. Jesus, Are you in the same league
And
as
a 23 as
same league
Robbie.
as
And
as Ravi?
oh wait, he said Deshaun Watson, Jamal Williams, Cam Akers, and a 23 third rounder, but he gave up Monty and a 24 first and a 23 second.
You got the 23 second back, so that's fine. That just cancels out. That's all good.
Yes,
Take that.
yes,
Giving up the first does suck, but you were able to get Deshaun Watson in a fucking super flex league.
yes.
That's major.
That's work.
Cam Makers, obviously not the greatest news today, but then even though you gave up the first, you still got assets, Jamal Williams, Cam Makers, where you can get rid of those guys and get assets in return.
And
Jamal
yeah,
Williams,
and
go find a Swift owner if you don't need a RB or trade him to somebody else. You can
maybe you have Swift, but as far as dynasty goes, Deshaun Watson, Steve, he's still what, 26, 27. He's going
yeah,
to play another 7, 8 years. That's awesome.
and especially for the super flex. So yeah, Tanner, you killed it, bro. We appreciate you. Make sure you
8 to
like
10,
and
Tanner.
subscribe there because we love those dynasty questions.
Absolutely. We love the dynasty. We need more
Chaotic
more
said
of that.
his team, if he did that trade, would be Taylor, Swift, Adams, Sutton, Waller, Godwin.
Looks good.
I like it, man. I like it. I like it. Two separate trades. Yep, we got it. But yeah, all right. Appreciate all y'all. Drop any of the questions you have in the chat there for us. Um, where were we even at? We were at
Jets Packers.
no. We weren't at that. We've been past that, bro. We were at Panthers at Rams. That's where we're at right now.
Oh, this is the game that Polish is going to be at.
Yes, Panthers at Rams. Polish
Yes.
himself couldn't be with us tonight. He's in LA. He'll be at that game on Sunday. Maybe we'll get him
Yes,
live Sunday morning at SoFi. So
maybe.
we'll tune in if we can grab him live there. But all right, who you got in this game? Obviously, no Baker Mayfield. PJ Walker gets the start.
Doesn't matter.
Maybe it could for DJ Moore.
No. Hey, I mean, it
He is
matters
a
for
Swift
DJ.
owner. Oh, fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
Swift and Brees are your RB 1 and 2. Also sold Dotson for Deontay and the 23 second. Jesus, bro, you are killing it, bro. Oh man, yeah, you're definitely finessing motherfuckers, bro.
Absolutely. I think your whole league is full of tacos.
Bro, you're killing it, and just keep doing
Yes.
it because this is how I like to play Dynasty. I fucking love just getting the assets, getting the picks, and just being able to do whatever the fuck you want to do. So I
Well,
just
don't let Blanc toot his own horn. Blanco is in the middle of a
rebuild
really bad season.
the most
Okay,
exciting, most
and
exciting.
he's tanking right now. So don't
Doing my due diligence. I'm not tanking. He thinks it's tanking. I call it gaining assets, just like the rest of us in the dynasty world. So I had
he's
Javonte Williams, and he went down. DJ Moore's playing like shit, and so I was getting my ass kicked, and I had to retool a couple things. So I got rid of Dalvin Cook. I got rid of Zach Ertz. I wound up grabbing Kyle Pitts. I had to make a few moves to try and position myself for next year. So I got 323 first next year. One of them should be top three, and then my pick, which could be top five. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I just like the idea of just gaining those assets and being able to do whatever the fuck you want with them. I mean, yeah, you got Deontay. You gave up Dotson, and you got Deontay, and you got a fucking second round pick, bro. You can move those seconds even for a fucking late first, like shit.
yeah,
Um,
mid to late first.
oh
But yeah,
man,
as
you are. Oh man, he's about to throw something in here, and you're killing it, bro. You just won the league for the next 10 years. Lamar, T Law, and now Watson. Yeah, you are set. Feel like I'm set up. Yeah, you're definitely set up, man. You got young QBs as well. You turned DJ Moore into 223 fourth.
fourths.
DK Metcalf a few weeks ago. Jesus. Yeah, that is awesome.
And
That
I'm guessing that's before DK had the monster game that he had. So people are a little frustrated, and
mhm.
that's
I got
just
rid of shit. I got
that's
rid of
good. That's good GM work right there. That's definitely
yeah,
good GM work.
that's good. That's definitely, what you want to do in Dynasty. You are working working the trade market and the assets to get what you want to get from different people.
That's hashtag 8 to 10. We're putting you in Dynasty Life prison. That's it.
We love it, man. You're definitely part of the
Right before that week, yes.
we appreciate all y'all in the little community we're trying to build here. Um,
Absolutely.
but yeah, Panthers Rams, right?
Rams all the way. Rams
Yeah,
all the way.
we have to go. We have to go Rams. I'm hoping that DJ maybe has a decent game though, without fucking Baker's bitch ass. Um,
You see, where's Pat when I need Pat? We need you back in here. You see the flip flopping. We need you back in here,
and
Patty.
I tried to give Baker the benefit of the doubt and give him a chance, and it didn't work out. So we're done with Baker. Give us fucking Sammy D back. At least at least DJ could fucking get some targets and finish with 1,100 yards. But yeah, in this game, Akers, not playing, so Henderson is the guy. I don't expect anything from A Rob because that whole situation is just upsetting now. I think we all kind of struck out on A Rob, but anyway, Panther side, DJ Moore, they just got to get him the damn football. Hopefully, with Matt Rule gone now, they do try and get him the football. While otherwise, CMC, who's been in trade talks around the league, Bills were one of those teams as well.
I mean, we agree on the game, Steve, but I think Allen Robinson's gonna have a good game this week. I don't know
I
why I'm feeling
hope
it.
so. I hope
I'm
so.
feeling it. I
I mean,
think this will be a game
I
Allen
still haven't
Robinson comes
dropped
in.
him because I have I'm like I can't believe it. I'm like he can't be just that bad, but At
I
least Donald can throw some more catches. That's what I'm saying, Yee. That's what I'm saying, bro. We got to
No,
get DJ ball.
that's not what you're
Yes,
saying,
he
Steve.
is.
That's what you're
Oh, oh,
saying now. I
yes,
can't
saying,
stand you,
bro.
dude. Oh, wait till Polish gets back. I can't stand it.
What? I gave Baker a chance. He didn't fucking succeed. That's it. He's done. I don't give a fuck. Forget. All right. Cardinals at Seahawks. Kenny Walker is the man now with no Penny. Gino's been playing lights out, better than Russ. So Pete Carroll looks like a fucking genius. Um,
Hmm.
Cardinals, on the other hand, no Connor, right? I think Connor was totally ruled out.
He's done. No
So you got
Connor,
Eno.
no Darrell Williams.
So
It's
you got
gonna be
Eno back there.
all Eno.
Um, but yeah, I got the Cardinals in this one. I just even I can't pick the Seahawks for some reason.
The Cardinals.
Actually, I think I'm on. I go with the Seahawks. Fuck it, we're on a roll. Gino is fucking rolling. DK's killing it. Kenny Walker's in there. The crowd's gonna be hyped up. They got that whatever they call it, the 13th man or 12th man, whatever the fuck you call
12th man.
it. So yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Seahawks. Fuck it.
Um, the Cardinals. They Kyler had a brain fart. They had a brain fart last week at the end of
That's
that
what get
game.
me upset.
And it should have been. It should have at least went into overtime if they don't go down and score a touchdown. But he slides before the first down marker. They miss a field goal. That's the game. Um, I'm gonna take the Seahawks here, surprisingly too. I think Ken Walker rumbles for like 100 yards and a touchdown. I think the Seahawks win this game. I don't know why. I don't trust the Cardinals. They look good, and then they just do dumb shit.
Well, I'm
And
gonna say something here. I don't know if you'll agree with me or not, but I think now at this point, especially after seeing him for a while, I don't think Kyler Murray is that good of a quarterback. He's athletic and he can run, but he's not really a good fucking quarterback.
I'm with you there. He's athletic, he can run, and he makes plays with his feet, scrambling around. He kind of reminds you of early stages Russell Wilson.
He's not that smart, I feel like, though, too.
He does not. He does. You're absolutely right. He does not read progressions well. He does not. He cannot. Right now, at least, he cannot read defenses. He cannot change the plays at the line. He just doesn't put in the time, as you saw with the contract situation. He does not put in the time to perfect his craft, and this is what Kyler Murray is going to be. And when you bottle him up and you don't let him run around, he's going to struggle, and the Cardinals will lose. So that's how it is. He needs to make a change, and he's good. Don't get me wrong. He's just never. I don't think if he doesn't fix that part of his game, he'll never take the next step.
Yeah. Of course, we don't mind rating any teams. 8 man, that's just hard, bro. It's hard to do it, rate like an 8 man. 'Cause it's just so little that you're gonna have a squad I mean, look, you got
Regardless,
Lamar, Kamara, Barkley, Jefferson, Sutton, Andrews, Flex is Stevenson, Olave, Dameon Pierce, Kirk. I mean, fuck. I mean,
yeah, that's a
I,
great
I
team right there.
it is a great team, and I guess I'm gonna give you a 9. I don't think I can give you a 10 just because I got to see the other teams. And an 8 man is just tough. So yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
give it a 9, brother. It's a
yeah,
great team. Don't get me wrong. It's just hard to rate like an 8 man league, man.
yeah. I'll give you an A for that one. Definitely,
So, but yeah, you definitely got a squad, bro. And what is your
definitely.
record? What is your record in that league? Actually, how are you
He
doing?
has to be undefeated.
If you, no, because it's 8 man, bro. Other teams got squads too, but you do have
Yeah,
Lamar,
but
Barkley, that
that's
and JJ.
uh,
Yeah. But no, it
you,
could be in those down weeks. Maybe he could have lost one of those weeks. You never know.
maybe.
You never know. But Rick and Rick, thanks for joining in, man. Everybody, thanks for joining in. Throw those comments in there. Hit that like and subscribe for us if you haven't already. We appreciate you. Should I drop McKenzie, Allen Robinson, or Boone for Adam Thielen? I don't have many RB. League is PPR.
PPR.
Okay. Um, Yeah, I think I'm dropping Allen Robinson for sure.
Yeah, yeah, Steve.
Especially if you
Yeah.
don't have, especially if you don't have much RBs. Hold on to Boone because you might just have to use him for a fill-in on a bye week or something like
And he
that.
had a good game last week.
Yeah,
10 points. He caught a bunch of
he,
balls. It's
he does.
PPR.
He's gonna get the ball. But yeah, in this case, yeah, pick up Adam Thielen, get rid of Allen Robinson because he's not doing anything anyways. He's not doing anything for you in PPR, and he's not. Adam Thielen is gonna do better for you than Allen Robinson. He's got a higher ceiling. Adam Thielen catches touchdowns, bro. And he's been a little bit more involved in the offense the last few weeks. So yeah, I'm not gonna drop McKenzie because he's coming back this week actually. But
And
he's a slot receiver, and Josh Allen loves the slot receivers. So yeah, we're keeping McKenzie and Boone, and we're getting rid of Allen Robinson. What about you, Bagala?
I'm with you, Steve, 100%. I'm with you on that. Allen Robinson got to go. In that setting, Boone really showed something last game, right?
He's
He caught
able
a
to
bunch
run
of
the ball
patches.
close to the 5-0 team. Yeah, bro, you're good, bro.
Yeah,
That's nice.
yeah. Boone
Nico,
showed something.
what's up? Turn up. Nico, thanks for tuning in, man. Is trying to get Najee a no. Um, just real quickly before I read the rest, it's not necessarily a no. If you can get him for cheap, let me put that in there. I really need a RB, and I know he's played so shitty all year, but with Pickett now, and maybe just maybe that turns around. What do you think? I'm desperate. I mean, he's a good guy if you want to go try and buy low on it. Just depends what you can get him for, really. That's the part that matters is what can you get him for? Can you get him for cheap or are you paying that premium price? Because you ain't paying the premium price for Najee, not at this point right now.
No, you don't want to give up anything worth anything for Najee right now. If you want to take a chance on him, like Blanc said, you're trying to buy low on Najee, and you should be able to. But Najee owners, they have that same feeling you're having now. If I get Najee, maybe he goes off, and that's why they might want to keep him. But I would try and go. It's not a no, but you
I
don't
would say
pay too
this,
much.
Nico. Make sure you subscribe and like if you haven't already. But let's help. We're gonna help you out here. Throw your team in the chat and let's see who's on your squad and let's try and give you some guys maybe that you can try and trade for Najee.
You can give up
Or
for
somebody
Najee.
else. Is there anybody else that you think might be available? I mean, Swift has been injured. That owner might be, upset with everything. I don't know. But throw your team in there. Let's see if we can help you out, Nico. See how desperate you really are. Um, see how desperate you really are.
Next game, or we got more questions?
I got nothing yet. We're just waiting for Nico to throw his team up there so we can see if we can help him out with this real quick.
All right, so let's hit up the next
Whoever
game.
else is out there, throw them questions in that chat. But the next game was the Bills at Chiefs. This is a
This is the
big
game.
big game, and I'm going with my homeboy. That's my guy. So I got to go with my homeboy and the Chiefs. But I mean, it could be a big, nice, high scoring game. But the Chiefs always wound up winning in the end. So.
Yeah, but I think that this is the game they missed Tyreek Hill. I just I don't know. I think this is one of those big games, and in those really big games against really good teams, you tend to miss those superstar players. And if it wasn't for Tyreek Hill, say what you want, they wouldn't have beat the Bills last year in the playoffs. But I'm taking the Bills. I love me some Josh Allen. I love me
I love
some
Josh
Stephon
Allen too.
Diggs. I just think they're just so good right now. And yeah, I'm taking the Bills. This should be a Sunday night game. I don't know how they don't flex this into Sunday night. This is gonna be awesome. This is gonna two of the top two quarterbacks, young quarterbacks in the league. And Josh Allen wants to beat the snot out of Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Well,
Yeah,
he was
give me.
praising him in a recent interview. He was praising, Mahomes and said,
Oh,
Kelsey was
but
the best duo in the league. But yeah, I mean,
both things can be true.
it's
Both
gonna
things
be a
can
good
be
game.
true.
But I just think the Chiefs will find a way to come out on top. Nico, well, for starters, I drafted Dobbins, Eli Mitchell, Chase Edmonds, Tony Pollard, and Etienne. Jeez, you drafted all the RBs in the dead zone that you're not supposed to go near.
I think he went for that zero RB strategy
No, no,
here.
no. This is not zero RB strategy. This is not how you do zero RB strategy.
Well,
Have all of those kind of guys. You would have more wide receivers before you can get to Dobbins or Mitchell at that point. But yeah, who else? Who else? Who else you got? What's your wide receivers you got on that team? Because ETN is going to be coming up. So hold on to ETN unless somebody actually wants him for something else. We
I
also
mean,
got
maybe
here we go. We got Diggs, we got Adams, we got Hawkinson. Damn, Hawkinson's
he said bench is pretty much irrelevant.
Robinson, Mitchell in the third and fourth. Yeah, that's that dead zone you want to stay away from. Make sure you follow us, Nico. We appreciate you. We'll help you kill it next year. But you also got Diggs. All right, you got Diggs, Tay Adams, Hawkinson. That's pretty much irrelevant. Yeah, it's tough. You might you want. I think what'd you say? You're 1-4 or something like that. I don't remember if you put what your team record was, but you do have Diggs, so that's good. You're definitely not going to get rid of Diggs. But again, that Najee owner could be upset. I don't know if you can get can you give up I don't want to give up ETN though. He's 1-4.
he's 1-4.
Yeah.
Steve might not tell you this, but if you're 1-4, I think your best bet is to try and trade one of those receivers, and I'm going to tell
Oh,
you
I
to
agree.
trade Tay Adams.
Hmm.
I'd try and trade Devontae and get a haul for Devontae and get some players. You want to keep Diggs. Maybe you can trade Devontae and maybe you're able to get a better running back. Maybe you're able to get, an Aaron Jones and a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like that. Maybe you trade Devontae and you're able to get, Jonathan Taylor he missed the game. He hasn't really been playing really good. If you trade Devontae Adams, I think you may be able to get to Jonathan Taylor and maybe a wide receiver two, wide receiver three combination, but keep
Yeah.
Diggs at all costs. But I think for a 1-4 team and with this roster, I think you have to trade Devontae.
Yeah, can you trade Devontae and Dobbins for a good RB and wide receiver? Can you maybe do something like that? Like Bagala said, try and get a wide receiver and an RB as well. JT hasn't been playing well. See if you could go get JT. Swift has been
And
hurt.
he's hurt.
Swift has been hurt. See if you can go get Swift. Aaron
But
Jones has kind of been up and down. See if you can go snag away. And Aaron, like you said, an Aaron Jones and a wide receiver would be perfect. So anything to kind of change it up. But go out there and see who needs a wide receiver. That's going to be your first target. Who needs a Devonte Adams on their team? And
absolutely. And Devontae Adams is gonna probably he'll be pretty easy to sell. There are gonna be a lot of people that want a Devontae Adams.
mm,
Your thing is that you're gonna have to make it work for you and get what you want back and what you need back. I don't think a small trade for a struggling Najee Harris will change the tide
yeah,
for this team. You gotta swing for the fences and you gotta come up off of one of those receivers. I'm keeping Diggs and I'm trading Tay and I'm trying to go get a difference maker or a couple of difference makers, people that are scoring points right now. And also, Nico, when you're struggling and things like that, and you're going to make this trade, when you go to make a trade, when you're looking to trade and acquire the players, look at their upcoming schedules. Look at if they have an easy upcoming schedule because now it's not only about the player, you're trying to snag wins wherever you can. So you want to look at players' upcoming schedules If you have a running back, look at the defenses that they're playing. Are they tough run defenses, and things like that? This way, you just try and maximize your chance to get a win and to get as many points as you can out of the guys that you're trading for.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. But yeah, I mean, Dobbins and Tay are going to be your two guys. They're going to be your two guys that are most valuable that you can trade there. So definitely try and grab those guys. Definitely try and trade those guys for something better. You also got
And maybe throw in Mitchell because Mitchell's going to come back in a few more weeks, 2 weeks. Said it was an 8 week injury. He
that's
should
what
be
I was
back in
thinking.
week
Yeah,
8.
definitely. Can't just keep same team and lose. Yeah, I agree. Listen, I got an 0-5 team. I just made a move too because I got no choice but to try and get some guys with some hope that they start turning shit around or something like that. Like you just sometimes you just have to shake it up because you got nothing else, and then injuries happen and shit like that too. So, oops, why the fuck is that coming up here? It's not coming up on the other shit, so that's good. So what about trying to do a Dobbins Tay, perhaps Mitchell for like Dalvin and AJ Brown? That's not
That's
bad
not
trade.
bad.
That's something that you want to do because Dobbins, I don't think he's going to be great, but he had a good game, 2 weeks ago where people still could be really high on him. And he is just coming back from injury, so use that to your advantage when you're negotiating, to try and get them. But yeah, that's a perfect kind of thing, something that you want to do. Dalvin's a guy where he did just have the big game, but he hasn't been great all season, but he does have that elite usage. So that's definitely something that you can do that can kind of shake things up for you a little bit and give you some more power. And hopefully ETN starts coming along and helps you out there as well. So that would be perfect, bro. Then you're back.
That's what we're trying to say, Nico, is where that's how you should be looking at it. Trying to do things like that. And maybe you can do it. AJ hasn't really had a really breakout game these last couple of 2 weeks. And, Dalvin had a good game, but he's right there. He hasn't broke out yet. So that's a good way of thinking about it. And I think that's exactly what me and Steve are trying to say.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, definitely. So go try and do that if that's something that you can do or something similar to that. Like I said, just go and look at the teams in your league and just attack that way. Um but yeah, so you were going with the Bills, right?
Yes, Bills all the way.
Yeah, I love me some Josh Allen. McKenzie's back. So he'll be back playing in this game. Gabe Davis, obviously huge fucking monster game last game. Um, but
Yeah.
I think now with McKenzie coming back, are we still, what do you I think we talk about Gabe Davis all the time. I always say how I fucking hate him.
Yeah, you do. But I don't know. Like it's hard to pick. I mean, Gabe Davis is a true boom or bust. If he's gonna do anything, he's gonna do it big. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
if he doesn't, it's gonna be a really bad game.
Nico
But
said, thanks, gave you a sub, I'll be back. No problem, man. Good people. We always appreciate any good people in here.
definitely Nico.
Yeah, just make sure you hit that little notification thing too so you can see when we're live. We'll be live tomorrow night too. So join us back tomorrow night. Let us know if you were able to pull any kind of trades off. Let us know what happened there. But my bad. Go ahead, Bagala. I just want to make sure I hit him before we left here.
Definitely. No, yeah, it's just he's a boomer bust. But the last time we saw Gabe Davis go against the Chiefs, what he do? 9 for 200, 3 touchdowns.
That was
So I'm sure there are going to be a lot of people out there playing Gabe Davis this week
well, I mean,
with
especially
good reason.
when they're playing the Chiefs, and it could be a high scoring game. So yeah, you definitely want to play him, but don't be surprised if he gives you a dud because
Yeah,
that can happen. Um,
definitely.
Another actually really good game, even though Dak is not playing, but Cowboys at Eagles.
Yes.
Cowboys at Eagles. What do we
Eagles are really good, man. Eagles are really good. Um,
They have a I was looking at their schedule, and they have a pretty easy schedule.
yes, they do.
I'm
Yes,
like,
they
"Wait a
do.
second, what?" Like, there's not many great teams that they're playing. It seems like anyway. I don't know if I was overlooking it or if you saw the same thing, but
It kind of is. I'm a Giants fan, so I know, that just what kind of schedule, what out of conference teams that they're playing. You know what I'm saying? So they have the NFC North this year, and they have the AFC South this year. You know what I'm saying? So is it the South? It is the South. Yes. So it's yeah, they kind of have an easy schedule, but that doesn't take away from what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts looks phenomenal, and I think he's going to be the difference in this game. I'm going to go with the Eagles. I don't think Cooper Rush is going to be able to keep up, and like I said, struggles with the Russian quarterback. I think Jalen Hurts can. He's going to run for some touchdowns. He's going to have a close to 100 yards running on the ground. Give me the Eagles in this game. It's just going to be too much for Cooper Rush to handle.
yeah, I'm going with the Eagles as well. I don't think Cooper Rush can elevate, the offense enough to try and keep up like with the Eagles or tear apart that D. So, yeah, I am going to go with the Eagles as well there. But yeah, I mean Dak, I think he's questionable. It looks like they don't know quite yet, but I don't think that Jerry Jones is going to let him play.
Yeah, no, I think they're going to keep him out for this one.
But I mean Pollard's looked great. Zeke hasn't. Uh,
You're gonna fucking drill
maybe,
that every week. We
may,
we
I
know
mean,
Zeke.
maybe he get better when Dak comes back. I mean, I don't know. Or is Pollard really Pollard just is the better player almost at this point as far as explosiveness and be able to make plays.
Well, yeah, I
I
just
know.
that's what it is. I mean, Zeke, it's just two different running styles. You understand? And
No, I
Zeke is a
don't.
little bit older. He's a little bit bigger. He's lost the step. And Pollard's still a little bit shiftier and faster, but that doesn't mean that Zeke is not going to be unproductive. He's once Dak comes back, I think they're going to find themselves in the red zone a little bit more, and I think you're going to see Zeke start pounding in touchdowns a little bit more regularly.
Yeah. I mean, he should. It's just that, we just keep seeing Pollard get like these limited touches and these breakout plays. And we're like, all right, if we're getting these breakout plays and we're scoring and Pollard's doing his thing, it's like, damn, why can't we just play fucking Pollard? But, it
But
seems
it also goes hand in
hard.
hand, Steve.
I
It
know
goes hand in hand.
he softens up the defense. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whatever you want to say. Pollard could soften up the defense himself if he wanted to.
Nah, he's
Um,
a smaller back. He's a change of pace back.
which, yeah,
Pollard wouldn't last in a three down role. He just wouldn't.
yeah, I don't know about that. I beg to differ. Well, maybe we'll see it one day.
Maybe, maybe.
Maybe we will. I hope we do. I hope we do. But yeah, I mean, as far as the Eagles, I mean, AJ Brown hasn't been killing it.
No, he had that one big game in the first week, but his usage, his targets are up there with the top of the league. Like he's a true number one receiver. Jalen Hurts throws him the ball. You know what I'm saying? And he's a big play waiting to happen. So I'm not worried about AJ Brown at all. He's gonna get his, and he might have a big night.
Let me see where AJ actually locks in. All right, wide receiver 18. He's got. I mean, he's got 44 targets in 5 games. So yeah, he's averaging about 8 to 10 targets a game, pretty much.
Yeah,
8, 9 targets. So, but he only got one touchdown. I think that's the big thing is if he score, yeah, he's not far from. Yeah, one touchdown vaults him into the top 10. So, he's right there. If you're looking at the points there, he's a touchdown away from being top 10.
yeah.
So yeah, he'll be fine. I don't not too worried there. Then that brings us to the last game. The surgery on shoulder, Russell Wilson, who can't cook and everybody's starving, versus
Oh shit.
ver- versus the old no hamstring Keenan Allen and the Chargers.
I don't know, man. This game, the Broncos are so bad. Can it get worse? At some point we're saying, all right, Russ is a good enough quarterback. It's gonna get better. So will it be this week? It's a plus matchup for him in the passing game. And the Chargers, to me, I don't know. I feel like the Chargers should be better, right?
They
Right?
they definitely should. Well, now Eckler's starting to kind of come into form, where he wasn't, the first few weeks of the season. So they're starting to look a little bit better, but they're not that explosive team that they were last year.
That
Herbert's
you think they
he's
should be, right?
not flinging touchdowns everywhere. I'm not sure where even what is Herbert ranked right now. Oh,
He's definitely not throwing for 303, 4 touchdowns a game like he
no,
was
but he's
last
eighth.
year.
I mean, he's eighth. Yeah, he's eighth, but he's a little bit behind. Like the top four are so like blown away. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Patty Mahomes, are just way above, kind of almost way above, like 20 points plus above everybody else. So,
You know what? This is the week that Russ gets it together.
oh,
I'm gonna
now
go.
now
I'm
now
gonna
Russ
go with the Broncos.
now Russ is gonna cook some. I ain't letting him cook for me. He ain't cooking shit. 'Cause
I'm
we
gonna.
starve we starve it. I mean, that's the problem, I think, is that Denver is waiting. They're just like, "All right, let's just wait for Russ to fucking cook." No, motherfucker, you better hire a chef
No,
because
no, 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 no. I think honestly, what I think is that they're not letting him cook. They have Russ and they want Russ to run a specific offense. You understand what I'm saying? The same offense that Aaron Rodgers was running in Green Bay last year, where it's the run and play action, and they're trying to fit. It's kind of like they're trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. They're trying to make Russ into this system quarterback where Russ played good improvising. That's what Russ does. He improvises. You know what I'm saying? It was never a system for him in Seattle. It was holy shit, this is breaking down. Let me go make magic. And that's what he did. And now they're trying to put him in this system and make him this system quarterback, and it's not working.
yeah, we've
And
talked about that before, where he's just not like that pocket QB kind of guy.
yeah, yeah, and it's not working.
Yeah,
But I think this is the week he gets it together. Give me the Broncos.
Duck.
I don't feel good about it.
Yeah, I'm not taking the Broncos. I'm going with the Chargers. So you can stay on that Broncos bandwagon alone. But all right, Duck. I want to start Taysom over Knox, but I feel Knox is going to get 3 TDs. First
Start
off,
Taysom over Knox.
Duck. Yeah, thanks for joining in. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe for us if you haven't yet. But yeah, definitely start Taysom. We saw what he did last week, and also Winston won't be back this week, so it is another good week to start Taysom. And
Knox is
it could
coming
be
off an
going
injury.
forward. And Knox is number one coming off an injury, and number two, the Bills have scored 40 points multiple times, and Knox hasn't done diddly squat. So until he actually starts producing, I don't think you can kind of rely on him. So yeah, I'm going with the upside and Taysom Hill over Knox
Absolutely.
any day of the week, Duck. But
I,
thanks.
I'm with Blanco on that one.
Yeah, thanks, Duck. Is Sutton and MT a good offer for AJ Brown? Um,
Listen, you got to send it. You understand? I'm not going to tell you it's a good offer. It's not a good offer. But what we do is we send bad offers and hope somebody's a taco and accepts it.
Yeah.
You understand? Our
I mean,
job as GMs is to make the other GM feel like it's a good offer. But
yeah.
we're here to tell you it's not a good offer. But it's okay. You're still going to send that trade, and maybe they take it because Michael Thomas is a name and Sutton is being productive, you know? So it's
But
not a good offer, but send it, ye. You never know what's going to happen.
no, I mean, yeah. I mean, the thing is that Sutton and AJ Brown are just vastly very similar. I mean, in points right now, everything. And
Not in everything, not an opportunity, not on the on the teams that they're on. AJ Brown can really take off where Sutton could just stay doing exactly what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Because the Broncos are so
but
bad.
he can take off too. He's only got one touchdown as well, just like AJ Brown.
But who
Um,
you betting money
they've
on?
both got they've both got the same amount of targets, 46 to 44. They've got the
But,
same amount of receptions, 29 to 27. I mean, AJ Brown is the better athlete, of course. Don't get me wrong. He's a better athlete and the better talent, but I think that they can both wind up in the same place. And I don't love Michael Thomas either. So Michael Thomas doesn't really matter. If you like AJ Brown more than Sutton, then fuck it, go get AJ Brown. But I don't think they're gonna finish very differently in points at the end of the season.
but my thing is, Steve, if you had to bet money on, given the situations that they're both in with the quarterbacks and the teams they're both in, who would you bet money on to have a breakout year? Would it be
But
Sutton or would it be AJ Brown?
I mean, but Sutton has been he's been more consistent. Where AJ Brown had a couple big games and then some shit games. Where Sutton is consistently, getting the
Yeah, but consistently. But if
football.
you had to bet your money, who would you bet on breaking out this year, on having a really big year, or having like taking off? If you had to bet
Well,
money,
at this
who
point,
has the better chance at
at this
finishing
point,
top five?
at this point, I want to say that AJ Brown. Oh, my bad. AJ Brown on Philly. They're what? They're undefeated. They don't have to force this guy the ball, and they're a more running team. Where Cortland Sutton, as we've said, Russ hasn't been cooking. Denver hasn't looked good, and he's still the number
I,
15 wide receiver
I,
ahead of AJ Brown. So my thing is that even if Russ gets a little bit better, he's gonna be elevating. Where AJ Brown, it could be they don't have to get him the ball like you know what I mean?
no, I definitely understand that. But
So I think
what I'm just saying
that's the
is,
thing that worries me a little bit. I just have them kind of in the same realm right now. They're just both playing almost exactly the same. Their numbers are literally identical, and I think that Sutton. I think Sutton might have the higher upside at this point.
I don't, nah,
Almost,
nah.
it's so close, bro. I can't.
Yeah, I
It's
think you're looking
so hard
at
to pick between one or the other. Obviously, MT, that
as
side,
a throw-in.
because you get Sutton and MT. That's more of the side, kind of, I guess, that you want.
Yeah.
But I think I just want. So I mean, why go lateral though? Anyway, I don't love the lateral shit almost
Well,
anyway.
I don't think it's a
So
lateral move. I
I
think
don't know,
AJ
bro.
Brown has a ton of more upside.
But
And
I
I
don't.
think if you can get him for those two guys, you do it. But I don't think that owner will give you AJ Brown for those two guys.
I just don't see a world where AJ Brown is going to finish so much more points than Sutton. You know what I mean?
I
On
just
one
feel
hand, he
like
could do it slightly, but then on the other hand, Sutton already has more points. So it's
I
like,
look at it like this. I just think AJ Brown has a better chance of ending up as a top five wide receiver at the end of the year than Sutton does.
okay, so
That's
let me
how I
ask
look
you
at
this. The Eagles are 5-0. What makes you think that AJ Brown has a higher chance of finishing higher?
it. Because of the quarterback, because they're not struggling, because he's being hyper targeted, his
But that's the
usage
thing.
is up,
Right.
and things like that. I just think that it I think he's going to have more big games down the stretch. He's not having them now. I get it. But when the heat is turned up and things get a little tight for the Eagles, they're going to go. They're going to go for me, Yee, if Sutton or Brown rest of the season, I'm going AJ Brown rest of the season. I just think when things get tighter, he's gonna play bigger, and
Well,
and Hurts is gonna look for him more often than not, more often than Devontae and things like that.
I'll do it if you can get another piece with AJ Brown. You're giving up Sutton and MT, let him give you AJ Brown and something else. Fuck it. But all right. Well, if I put it like this, Sutton or Brown, are you talking about Hollywood Brown? I'm guessing, right?
No, he's talking about AJ Brown
Oh,
rest of
AJ
the
Brown rest of
season.
the season. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about the whole thing with
Yeah,
is where I think that Sutton could finish higher.
I don't see it.
Because like you said, the offense is struggling, and he's still that's what it is. Denver's offense is struggling, and he's still in top 15, and AJ Brown's offense is not struggling, and he's not in the top 15.
Yeah, I understand
That's
that.
the main, that's I guess my point of view. I mean, you can't go wrong either way,
You can't.
but I think that's just the reasoning of why I think Sutton could finish and may very well finish higher.
And this is all based on if both of these guys stay healthy. Let's
Yeah.
just put it like that because they both have a little history of being a little banged up.
Absolutely. But I think they're relatively the same. For me right now, they're relatively the same. Like I said, they almost have identical stats. So it's literally not even a point difference between their total points. 62.7 to 62.1 and half point PPR.
No, I mean the points and the stats look the same. I think that the upside with AJ is a lot higher.
Yeah. We'll beg to differ on that one. We shall beg to differ on that one. What do you think, Yi? I mean, I know you. What do you think about this? Who do you like better? Are you the one that has AJ Brown, or are you the one that's trying to get AJ Brown? That's the other.
I think he's I don't know if I remember correctly about East team. I think he might be trying to get AJ Brown. I think he has Michael Thomas.
Trying to see if I can go back in the chat and see if he put some of his team out here. I don't think. Let me remember. Yeah, he has Sutton. I was offered Higgins for Sutton. I remember he said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have Sutton. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, for me, I'm staying put. Bagala says go do it, but for me, I'm staying put, and I'm trying to maybe trade Michael Thomas for something else, or trade Michael Thomas and a piece for something else because I don't love Michael Thomas either. Um, but yeah, I don't think I'm doing it. I like the fact that Denver's offense is struggling and Cortland Sutton is still a top 15 guy. That to me means a lot. Um, and the fact that AJ Brown they're 5-0 and AJ Brown is got the same as Sutton. I don't know. He'll be up and
Mm.
he'll have big games, of course. Not saying that AJ Brown won't finish good or anything like that. It just makes me like Sutton a little bit more for that reason.
Yeah, and I just think that AJ Brown has a higher upside. That's all.
Eagles are my
But if
favorite
you
team.
look at it, they're kind of in the same situation.
Yeah.
Also, Eagles are my favorite team, but I'm trying to push that bias away for a trade like this. Yee, respectfully, fuck you, Yee.
Oh, Bagla's a
Respectfully,
Giants fan.
I'm
Bagla's
a
a
Gi-
Giants fan.
I'm a Giants fan all the way. I love you, Yee. I love you because you tune in and you chop it up with us. We are mortal enemies, and I will never forgive you or any Eagles fan for the Deshaun Jackson punt return. I will never forget it. It haunts me in my dreams, and
I
for
called that.
that, and for I did too. I did too.
Deshaun, he was ready. He was like, "Yo, let's keep."
I did
And I
too.
was like, "Bro, he's about to
But
run this shit back right now."
dude, before they even kicked it to him, I said,
He
"Please
said,
don't
"Don't
kick it
kick
to
it."
this
I know.
man."
I remember. I
I
remember.
said, "Don't kick it to this man," and they did, and that was it. But no, don't put your bias away on that. Go get AJ Brown. Eagles are your favorite team. He has the higher upside for me, and
Well,
I think
what
it's
do
a
you what do
good
you
trade.
think? What do you think? You've heard you've heard me say my take on it. You've heard Bagala say his take, but what are you leaning to? Like, what do you feel about it?
Oh,
Other than the
Eagles.
Eagles thing, obviously, do you think that for the rest of the season that AJ Brown's going to be so much better than Cortland Sutton, or do you think the opposite, or do you think they'll be the same? You tell us what you think.
Well,
Tell us what you
Steve,
think. I
Steve,
watch
that's
that
why
clip
he's
every
here.
month at least once.
You know what? You know what, Yee? You know what, Yee?
I
Go
love
ahead
it.
with
Let's
yourself, man.
go, my
Go ahead
dog,
with yourself, Yee,
my
man.
dog. He's on
But
TCV. Yeah.
that's why Yee's here because Eagles fans aren't able to they're not able. Their team is good and they're not able to push it to the side. They need somebody else to come in and tell them not to do it because they bleed that green and it's sickening. It's all right. It's all
The
right.
Giants should very well be like fucking the opposite. They could be 1-4 right now, very easily.
No, they can't.
Yes.
But Brian Big Nut Stable is doing his thing. He's coach of the year right now. You can't say he's not. Brian Dable's
Yes.
coach of the year right now.
He is doing his thing.
He's doing this thing. He's Steve. He's doing more with less. You understand what I'm
But
saying?
again, they should have lost those fucking first two games. Just saying.
No, he got
100%.
down there and he rolled the dice and he went for it.
No, I
You're
don't
just a
believe in the
Giants
Giants
hate.
that much. Listen, they're playing well right now. I'll give you that. They're winning. I mean, they beat the Pack, big whoop.
That's a big game. The Packers are a good team, and I'm just letting ye know right now we're coming for you, ye. We're coming for you.
Yeah, I don't think the Giants are going for the Eagles. I agree with
We're
Steve.
coming for the Eagles.
But I still feel like when they score 20 a half in these easy games, he has a good chance to be one of those TDs. But Sutton has been a set and forget it because he's been so consistent. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just got to kind of you take everything in and line it up. With what you feel and see what route that you want to go there. There's no wrong answer to it. Like I said, they're going to finish relatively the same, most likely. So there, you can't go wrong either way. But do you want that up and down, or do you want that more consistent? I guess that's kind of what you gotta choose from. Not gonna lie, New York Giants and Eagles shouldn't be a conversation. No, they shouldn't. It is
But
no
it
debate.
is.
I'm with you, brother.
But it is.
No, it's
But
not.
it is. Cause yes,
It's
it
only
is.
it's only a debate because they fucking won some games that they shouldn't have won. The other teams were stupid and they shouldn't have won those games.
Bill Parcells said it the best. Your record says what you are. They're 4-1, and they've beaten a good team. And they played Dallas really tough until the middle of the fourth quarter. So it is a debate. We'll see you in November because I think we have yeah we have no I think we got the Eagles down the stretch, 2 games down the stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got them too because we have after this game we get Jacksonville, Seattle, then we have a bye, then we get Houston, Detroit, and then I think we go Washington, Dallas, Washington, and then we have Eagles, Colts, Eagles, I think. Yeah, we get the Eagles down the stretch. So we're gonna see, Yee. We're gonna see. And please, when it comes time, come on, join us. It's gonna be awesome. We can talk junk back and forth. I'm cool with that. I love a little bit of competitiveness and G-men all the way.
Or no, no, not word.
Yes,
No.
yes,
G-men
yes.
ain't jack. G-men ain't jack. Bradbury's gonna have 3 intos. The Giants revenge game.
That's not gonna happen because we're not gonna let Daniel Jones throw the ball that much. Yee.
Should have
But
fun.
I loved Bradbury when he was with the Giants. You guys got a really good pickup. It sucks that he went to the Eagles. I kind of think he did that so he can play the Giants twice this year because of the way they released him and everything. These guys got a really good cornerback. You got two really good cornerbacks. Eagles, listen, there's no holes on that team. So me talking, I know it's going to be a tough battle against them because the Eagles are really good this year and they should be the favorite to come out the NFC. But we're going to show you something. We're going to show them something. Got to stop Saquon.
Surprised they got him and CJ.
Yeah, CJ Gardner Johnson. That was they got him for really cheap. That was I didn't see that coming, and that was they bolstered that, and their defense. They had a really good draft. They ended up getting Jordan Davis, which I think is gonna, if it doesn't show up this year, later on in the year, playoff time, I think it'll show up for you guys in the future. And I don't think Jacoby Dean is playing that much, but that was also a nice solid steal in the draft. Eagles doing some things.
Yee, Eagles fan. Let me ask you this: what do you feel about Miles Sanders, and do you think the Eagles draft a running back next year? What do you think about that, Bagala?
I like Miles Sanders. I tend to think if Miles Sanders is able to get 20 to 25 carries or 25 touches a game, he's a productive running back. And as you can see, the games that he's went off, he was up there in that range of 20 to 25 touches, and he's done something with it. But when you give him less than 15 touches, it's hard for him to get going. Now, is he the most explosive? I don't know, but I think he's a really solid back, and he can catch the ball. He can run the ball. I like Miles Sanders. I don't think the Eagles need a running back, honestly.
No, I mean
Maybe a change of
they stay
pace.
they stay mixing it up. I guess.
Yeah, maybe a change of pace, like a bigger back to get the short yardage and things like that. But you got Jalen Hurts for that. So, I like Miles Sanders, another
No,
Penn State guy,
I
too.
like him too. I mean, I think he's good and he's definitely efficient, but they just refuse to give him like the reins. I mean, he used to be catching passes out of the backfield, and now like all of a sudden, no, they refuse to give him that kind of work.
Well, but that's also that goes hand in hand with a Russian quarterback because usually with a quarterback that's going to stand back there and throw the ball, Steve, he's going to stand back there. He's going to go through his progressions. If it's not there, he's going to dump it down to his running back. You understand? With a Russian quarterback, he goes through a few progressions. If it's not there, his second nature is let me run and see if I can get some yards out of this.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
that I get, but as far as like passing situations or passings downs, they're throwing fucking Gainwell and shit all the time. Um, but yeah, I mean, I like him. I just don't have faith that they don't give a
He
fuck.
likes him
Just
too.
don't give a fuck about fantasy football, so they just screw everybody with Miles Sanders every year.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anybody else out there throw the last questions in before we hop off this? We'll be back tomorrow night, 10:30 Eastern. And that'll be all Q&A shit. I figure we get the review out the way tonight because usually Saturdays are rolling a little bit with questions and shit and people tuning in. So, you got any last words you got to say, Bagala?
Um, no, not really. I mean, we're on tomorrow night. You know, just the only thing I really got to say is Giants all away, Packers a gay.
Well, listen, everybody out there that tuned in, thank you uh,
100%.
for tuning in. Thank you for liking and subscribe and do that if you haven't already. But yeah, we do appreciate you guys all the
You,
time.
yes, you guys are great, and
Last
and
for my
you
friend,
make it enjoyable. Really, all
um,
of the comments they make it enjoyable.
he's currently streaming Gino. Burrow owner is shopping him. Should he try and get him? Yeah, hell yeah, you should try.
Hell yeah,
especially that Gino's been playing good right now. That he's definitely a nice sell high. So if you can piece Gino with something and go grab Burrow, yeah, I would definitely do that easy.
Even if you just
Tell him to do
tell
that.
your friend, you never know who's out there, bro. Just send Gino for Burrow straight up. Maybe the guy takes it.
I
Gino has dropped 30-point games back to back to back. Maybe somebody says, "Ooh, you never know. You never know who's the taco, and you kind of got to find them."
That's true.
And
But yeah,
you know,
tell your friend to like and subscribe. Tell him to join in here next time so we could chat it up with him too. But yeah, we out guys. Again, we appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Tune in at 10:30. You'll see the stream up there on the channel. But we appreciate
absolutely
y'all and we are out.
hated